Hello everyone, this is Justin Brown and this is Hodgkin's Lymphoma Diary number 2. I uploaded the first diary just yesterday. I know I said it'd be about a week since I posted another one, but in considering on what I gotta do today, I figured this would probably be good for documentation. Maybe more so for me than probably everyone else, but yeah, here it is. And what we're going to be doing today is shaving my head. I don't know how well the camera can make you see what's going on here, but my hair has been falling out for the last couple of days, and I got little patchy spots showing up all over the place. And I woke up this morning, and I don't know if you can see it on my shirt, but especially on the back, it looks like I've just got a mane of falling out hair everywhere. So it's time to lop everything off my head. I had said before that it was great because I wasn't having to shave here anymore. I wasn't getting any type of 5 o'clock shadow or anything, but it does feel like a little bit of hair has grown in here. So maybe I'm not quite ready to be done with the razor just yet, but it's definitely growing in slower and will probably stop. But for today, it's just going to be a head shave. I'm actually feeling okay right now, which is great. If we recap back from my first chemo treatment, right now I was in quite a bit of pain with testicular throbbing and a really bad headache and some queasiness. This time around, I've gotten the headache again, but it's been very mild. It hasn't been as pounding as it was before. I do not have any of the testicular pain at all, which is absolutely wonderful. And the queasiness has kind of come and gone a little bit. And I don't know if it's been based on what I've been eating or lack thereof. I didn't eat very much yesterday. And when I did, that's kind of when I felt it the most. So I've been trying to switch off and on again between bland and kind of regular human food and doing the best I can. The oncologist has recommended I switch to a completely plant-based diet and go completely vegan and not have any meat of any kind at all and make sure everything is cooked and all that. I will try to do that. My wife has made me a lot of smoothies that has had a lot of leafy greens and stuff on it that taste pretty good, but to switch completely vegetarian is not for me. Very sad to have to give up sushi for 6 months, but I guess I understand why, and I'm actually okay with it because one of the things that happens through this treatment is your taste buds change, and I have already experienced that quite a bit. Most of what I taste now does not taste normal, and there's nothing that I've had that has tasted better than what it was before. It's all been not as good or very weird or extra salty or whatever that might be. But we're getting off on a little tangent here. It's time for the task at hand. So let's take a walk into the bathroom. As you notice, I'm not wearing glasses today. Actually, typically I always wear contacts. Yesterday when I made the very first video, I made it from in bed, and I hadn't really even gotten up for the day yet. I just finally decided to hit the record button and see what happens. And I was just wearing my glasses then, but yeah, usually I wear contacts so I can actually see what I'm doing here. I've never shaved my head before. This will be a first-time experience. I had my head shaved once when I was 21, but somebody else did that at the end of a drunken WrestleMania party we had at someone's house. And didn't really care for how it looked back then. Don't have too many high hopes for how it's going to look now, but it is what it is, and we'll deal with it. So, let's see here. I will be smart and not shave my head directly into the sink or the toilet or anything to clog it all up. See, I can put a trash can inside my sink here, and we'll do the best that we can to do this. I've got this here. Let me put the camera down. All right, I think that's good enough. I've got this razor here that I usually have used over the years for just trimming up my sideburns and my goatee when I've had it a little bit. I haven't used this thing in a while, so I've had it on the charger for the last half hour or so, hoping that it doesn't run out of juice halfway through this. And once we get this thing down pretty thin, then I'll switch to a straight razor and finish off the rest. It looks like I'm not too well versed with YouTube and making edits and cuts and everything, and all of this is just being filmed on my iPhone, so I will do my best to try and kind of fast forward through some of the boringer parts, especially once I get done with this. I'm going to stick my head in the shower real quick and get my head all nice and hot, my hair all nice and hot before I lather on the Gillette here and start to go to work on the rest and see how bad I cut myself up here and what spots I miss, and whoever's my wife or whoever's gonna have to do some cleanup on me later on and whatever I miss. But let's get to work. Let's see what happens. Hopefully there's good camera angle here. Maybe I'll twist this a little more so you can kind of see what's going on. Twist it back and forth. I don't know. Kind of it seems, from my reflection from what I can see right here, seems like it's a pretty good view. So. All right, we'll say goodbye to this mop that I have on top of here as it continuously goes to fall out. I don't know, maybe I should have gotten this wet first before I did it, but hopefully the razor doesn't get too caught up and tangled, and it'll make too much of a fool of myself. There we go. Look at that. No turning back now. It's in the sink there to pull out. There goes the sideburns that weren't growing in right anyway. Whoops. Oh, no. I feel like I should be taking like some funky screenshots or something somehow to kind of show the kids and be like, ah, look at me, look what's going on. And look, I can still pull out some of this on my own. You know, we're starting to get into the tricky parts here where I can't really see what I'm doing. You can still see there's plenty of hair back there, but not, oops, just not aiming right. Try to switch hands here a little bit and see what happens. See, there's still tons of it coming off of me. Looks like we're getting close. Just got some stragglers in the back. Lots and lots and lots of hair. Actually, did not think that this part of it was going to take as long, but oh well. So I've got this one section back here that still has something going on back here, and I'm left-handed, so trying to use my right hand to get all this just feels weird and funky, but reaching around with my left hand isn't getting it done, so we're trying to rely on the other one to help out. Alright, so I think we're getting pretty close to done. At least with this. And it looks like we're alright now. I don't feel any real weirdness or anything. The good Lord has seen it fit not to add any weird looking freckles and moles and weird stuff to my head. It does look like I got a couple of little liver spots here that come with age, but we can't do too much about those. So my head is now nice and shaved, or at least buzzed down. I guess I could leave it just like this and see what happens, but it does look like there is still some patchiness and stuff inside there, so I think we'll oh, looks like I missed a little part right here. Part of my neck that my wife usually takes care of for me. I'll probably still have to have her fix what I can't see in the mirror when she gets home. I know this is not going to be a surprise to her when she gets home. She knows that I was doing this today. Waking up this morning and just seeing the mess of hair that was everywhere and getting all over the bed and all that stuff. Yeah, it was time. You know, we knew this was coming. We'll try and get as much hair out of the sink that still seemed to fall in as possible. All right, so here comes about the. Well, here I'll show you. Here's a whole bunch of hair inside there, and so that was all me, all gray and all. So now is going to come kind of the little boring part for a couple of minutes, and again, if I can figure out how to speed time up on YouTube and all that to get through this, since I don't think I should press stop and try and join clips together. Again, I'm not tech savvy in that. I can do a lot of stuff with computers, but when it comes to video editing and stuff like that, not so good. Despite the fact that video editing class is where I met my wife. But we're gonna put this camera right here. I'll even turn it towards the shower a little bit, and I'm not gonna see any X-rated stuff here. I'm just gonna stick my head under the water for a minute to get my head nice and hot before I lather it up. And funny thing you can see here, as I mentioned before, I'm covered head to toe in hair. You can see they shaved me down where they installed the port catheter here to get it in. The hair started to grow back a little bit, but it seems to have stopped, so I'm going to be guessing that all this Sasquatchian... Oh, look at that! Yeah, this Sasquatchian hair is going to be joining the hair on the top of my head, but Not too concerned with that at the moment. We'll probably just kind of let that fall out. I don't see myself spending an hour sitting here trying to shape myself down to help it out, nor making a video about it. It's kind of unnecessary. All right, so dump my thing there. Towel ready for my head. Yeah, let's get ready to get this all nice and hot and then lather up. All right, that didn't take too long at all. And now we'll start this process here. Unfortunately, I will have to take the little bits here and have it go down the drain of the sink. Flush it with some Drano and stuff after, just to make sure we don't get any clogs or anything. And again, I'll once I get this stuff started, I'll try to use some kind of fast editor on YouTube to speed up the process, or maybe I can do it from my phone or something. I don't know. But let's get this. We got my our executive razor here from the Dollar Shave Club. Again, another plug for you guys because you're awesome. Unfortunately, after this, I'll probably be canceling my membership for a little while, but I'll be back. 6 months or so is what they tell me, so I'll be back. All right. Nice lather here. Get it all over my dome. Again, I've never done this before, so this is all a first-time experience for me, and whatever mistakes I may be making, feel free to let me know. I will say that despite only putting the very first diary video up yesterday, the response I have gotten to it and the outpour has been pretty incredible. I expected nothing. I didn't expect anyone to reach out to me. You put something new on YouTube and it doesn't become a new hit sensation, nor is this what I'm trying for in any way. But all the people that texted me, and the texts are still coming in, as I say, Facebook notifications and Twitter notifications, just ping even as this video is recording on the top of the phone. Thank you to everyone who's had something nice to say and is helping me out on this journey. It takes a village. It takes an army. You gotta have it. You cannot do it alone. You gotta have your support system. Things like that have always been difficult for me because I've been a relative loner and I preferred to do everything on my own. But this stuff here, you can't. And it takes something like this to see just how much you actually mean to people out there. And I guarantee you, if you're someone like me who didn't think that you were all that important outside of your family and things like that, you find out pretty quickly that you're wrong. Okay, so turn that hot water down just a little bit and dry my hands. Let's see how we do here. I'll turn this just a little bit more. I'm looking straight ahead at my mirror and not at the camera. I don't really have the setup to be able to do this right, but I'll do what I can. Here goes the first. Not really what I wanted from the first experience there. Didn't quite get me. There we go, that's a little better. Oh, maybe I'm holding the blade wrong. I've always shaved against the grain. Because it's got a better shave, and I kind of feel that a little bit, but I feel like I'm missing the spots too, so trial and error. Say goodbye to my sideburn friend here. Hi, buddy. See you in 6 months, or however long it takes to get you back again. We're getting somewhere. So I'm going over certain parts several times, just because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this out as I go. Trying to make sure I get everything, and the soap, the lather kind of gets everywhere. Makes me think I haven't gotten that spot again if I really already have. It looks like we might be getting close to halfway done. Got a new respect for people that do this on a regular basis. It takes some time. More time than it takes me to regularly shave, that's for sure. That was a mistake. A little soap in the eye. Shaving cream, rather. Alright. Getting down to the more difficult right-handed side. Ooh, looks like we had some long ones back there that I missed. Luckily, the razor did its job here and got those off. Let's see if there's some more. Yeah, there are some big nasty ones back there that I missed. Good thing we're going to try and get everything. I don't think that I'll be going out into the world today. So if I miss something here, at least I won't be making too much of a fool of myself. Got the first nick. Yeah, nice to know we got over halfway done before I got that. That was nice. Feel that one's gonna come in. One thing about chemotherapy and everything that comes with that is you gotta watch out for all your nicks and cuts when your red or your white blood cells are ridiculously low and you're neutropenic, because you can get infections way easy and end up in the hospital. Your blood doesn't clot over as well, and now you've got yourself a little bit of a fever over 100 degrees and a cut that's not healing, and you got to go to the hospital and spend a day or two there just for a stupid little nick while they pump you full of antibiotics so you don't die or get worse anyway. So luckily I've only had one trip to the ER since the chemotherapy started for that horrible pain I had in my stomach, and we've got some medicines and stuff now to try and combat that from happening again. If things fall in line symptom-wise, as they did last time, and that would probably be around Wednesday-ish that I'll start feeling that. But hopefully this gabapentin they gave me takes care of that for the most part, and I don't have to worry about it. It does seem that it's working. I had the neuropathy in my fingers, and just today is only day 3 on the gabapentin, and that has gone away. I can feel my fingertips again, so that's pretty cool, especially when they said that it could take up to a month to start feeling the full effects of it. And I'm only supposed to take the gabapentin for a week after each chemo session, which means I'm basically 1 week on, 1 week off of it, so we'll see how that does. And I've read how addictive it can be or how much pain it can give you once you get off of it, but since I wasn't really in any pain neuropathy-wise except for my stomach, which did go away on its own after we did some other stuff not involving gabapentin. And the only other neuropathy I've had is the tingling in my fingers. Hopefully there won't be any pain involved with getting off of this stuff. Alright, so I can't tell how I'm doing here. My head looks pretty clean from what I can see of it. I just can't really feel what's going on I can't see what's up in the back, of course. I can tell there's still some stuff back here I'm missing. Still, I think I gotta get behind this ear, do a little work there. Yeah, for guys that, and ladies that do this by themselves on a regular basis and kind of have this down to a science, give me some tips if you've got any to see what I'm doing right, doing wrong. I know I'm not 100% done because I can still see this stupid piece of hair hanging out by my ear. Not wanting to give up the fight. Not that I wanted to give up the hair fight, but that's what we got. So, alright, let's see here. We got something right here. Whatever it is didn't seem to want to come off. And got something to work on right here. Try not to razor burn myself too bad now that the shaving cream is mostly worn off. Oh yeah, look at that, we got a little blood. Definitely nicked myself back there somewhere. so alright. I think we're about done. I can't see anymore. There's probably still a little bit on my neckline that I didn't get too deep. I still see a little bit of hairs kind of coming off there. But from what I can see, I am looking pretty bald now. Yeah, there's something right here, right here. Yeah, I just cannot see above the crown here. So there might be some touch-up work later. With the assistance of my beautiful wife. All right. Oh, let's see if we can get there. Well, I think that's it. I think we got it. It looks like a couple little red cherry angorama things they call on my head that have sprouted over the years, but that's easy enough to get rid of with a hot needle. Just kind of touch it to it and boom, gone, they go away, and never have to worry about those again. I've got this nasty looking little liver spot right here and another one here, but other than that, it's just kind of being an adjustment. Realistically, I didn't want to lose my hair. Could my hair have stayed and maybe just thinned or kept on the receding track it was going on? That would have been fine. However, this is one of the normal parts of cancer, and it happens. You got to deal with it. You can't. There's no other way around it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and it happened. So this is what I look like as a bald dude. If anyone can guess what this tattoo is from, I'll give you $1. No, people ask, but no one really knows. I'll keep it to myself. A little surprise out there. But that's it. I'm gonna jump in the shower and finish this off and get myself cleaned up for the day. And again, this video here is really more for me. The experience of having to take this step and go through it, rather than something as informative and helpful to others as I'm trying to make these videos. The next one, I can tell you the next video is going to do one of two things. I'm either going to make it when the side effects from this round of chemo kick in, which should be today. Well, today's Saturday, so tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday seem to be when they kick in the most. So I will try and make a video then, just so everyone can see the reality of kind of what you go through when you're feeling at your lowest. Not easy for me to do something like that, but I will do it because I think it's important. And if I am fortunate enough to be on the very light side of side effects this time around, then the next video will be more structured, and I will kind of go over some of the stuff I have done so far, some of the stuff that my wife has made for me to help get through this process. There's things that you can certainly do to help yourself along the way, and I'll try and have a little more structured thing than my kind of rambling that these first two videos have been. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, again, this was kind of for me than anyone else. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.